Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Dakota Fundraising News Podcast. Today is Friday, May 9th. If you're a golf fan, the Truist Championship is here in Philadelphia. I want to give a special shout out to our colleague, Matt Marino, who is actually volunteering at that event on hole 7 as crowd control. If you happen to be there, say hello. It's very exciting. You can watch him tell people to be quiet and not be quiet. It's going to be very fun. He's going to be back on the pod in the next few weeks. We have a lot of travel. More on that soon. We got a shorter episode today, so let's just dive right in. First, job changes. We'll start with Border to Coast, obviously the $40 billion London pension plan. Peter Gent is joining as their new head of investment advisory. It's effective at the end of June. He is transitioning from Mercer, UK. Back over here in the U.S., Cetera Financial Group has appointed John Lefferts, who is the former national head of business development at Equitable Advisors, which I do believe is a Philadelphia-based firm. They at least have an office here. He is now going to be leading the supported independence model, overseeing over 40 branch offices nationwide for Cetera. Finally, Jack Farr, who was formerly at Pantheon, has joined the Chicago-based Pritzker Alternative Strategies. We just talked about Pritzker on an episode a few weeks ago, but if you're not familiar, it is a new family office-backed investor founded by Tony Pritzker, again, furthering that trend of sort of the blurring of lines between private equity firms and family offices.
Yeah, other members of that team too, Jacob Thilman coming over from Adams Street Partners and Ruben Torres as well, previously at the Northwestern University Investment Office. So strong crew joining that team. Let's move over to some other updates here in the RIA and FA space though. Lazard veteran Jennifer Abate has joined Blackstone as senior managing director and head of its RIA unit. This is the latest move in the alternative asset management's private wealth push, so Blackstone continue to make an effort there. In the newly created role, Jennifer is going to be reportedly set the RA channel strategy and lead home office coverage and sales, reporting to Blackstone Private Wealth Head of America's Sales, Joe Lohr. Abate spent previously 30 years at Lazard, so significant move there. I'll keep this going. VisionPoint Advisory Group and Navitas Wealth Advisors have merged to form Balefire. This is a Dallas-based comprehensive wealth management firm that's going to be targeting high net worth individuals. They're representing a team of just over 65 professionals managing $3.7 billion in combined assets. And then lastly here in our backyard, well, kind of, but expanding their presence in Florida, Janney Montgomery, they are adding Integrity Wealth Advisory, which is going to be a team out in Coral Gables, Florida. They serve clients out in the Miami-Dade County, led by Raymond James advisors Ray Sardina and Susan Rutro. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. On the institutional side, though, Pat, I'll just keep this going for now. As far as searches goes, new RFP that we just issued, or that we just disclosed yesterday, coming from the Plymouth County Retirement Association, Boston-based pension fund. I feel like we talk about Boston-based firms 50% of this podcast.
In town.
But yeah, they've issued a $10 million RFP. Deadline for this one is May 23rd of this month, so quicker turnaround time. They're leveraging consultant Makita, looking to commit approximately $10 million to North American small middle market buyout private market equity managers, only looking for proposals from experienced managers of North American direct small and middle market buyout funds, first time funds, secondary strategies, primary fund of funds, and public equity strategies will not be considered. More info on that you can find in Dakota Marketplace.
Yeah, and the Arizona Public Safety Personnel Retirement System as well, worth calling out, a strategic asset allocation update that they have approved. The changes are as follows. Domestic equity is going to be moved up 3 points to 27% by way of a decrease of 1 point each to global private equity down to 26%, international equity to 15%, and public fixed income down to 5%. We're just talking about Boston Conch. Let's just jump right back to Boston. Mass PRIM, we talk about them all the time. If you've done a demo of Dakota Marketplace, you've no doubt learned a lot about them. Our detail is unbelievable when it comes to them. They have made a commitment to Advent International Fund 11. Advent International Fund 10, at the time it closed, was one of the largest private equity funds in large cap that had ever been raised. This is no doubt going to be following suit as they raised $426 million from Advent. That's unbelievable. Another large fund that Mass PRIM has committed to has been the $500 million commitment they just sent to the RBC Global Asset Management for their emerging market debt hard currency mandate. They do have an emerging manager program as well, so they do write smaller tickets. You can check that out in Marketplace. Finally, Cook County in Chicago has issued a search update for their international equity search. They've approved the hiring of Acadian Asset Management and Arga Investment Management for their international equity mandates, $30 million to the core international equity with Acadian and $150 million to value with Arga. And then looks like we just have one more, Conch. You can bring us home.
Yeah, close to home here, about maybe 2 hours away from the office. Pennsylvania State Employees Retirement System based out in Harrisburg. Close to a $40 billion fund. They leverage RVK as their consultant. They made an $150 million allocation to Arcline Capital Partners. $130 million is going to be going to the Fund 4 private equity fund, and then $20 million going to a related co-investment strategy for Fund 4 there. But yeah, Pat, again, a quick one today. We've been rolling now for a little over a year on this podcast. It's been great. You'll be away on some travel. We've called out our lineup of events on every podcast. To learn more, check us out, dakota.com/cocktails, so know where you can find us. We'll be here in Philly May 19th. Hopefully we'll see you there at the conference in New York City as well.
Thanks everyone for listening in, and have a great weekend and a great Mother's Day for any of our mothers listening.
Thanks, guys.
This episode is brought to you by Dakota Marketplace. Are you tired of constantly jumping between multiple databases and channels to find the right investment opportunities? Introducing Dakota Marketplace, the comprehensive institutional and intermediary database built by fundraisers for fundraisers. With Dakota Marketplace, you'll have access to all channels and asset classes in one place, saving you time and streamlining your fundraising process. Say goodbye to the frustration of searching through multiple databases, websites, Form ADVs, and say hello to a seamless and efficient fundraising experience. Sign up now and see the difference Dakota Marketplace can make for you. Visit dakota.com/Dakota-Marketplace today.